everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, just understand that I like music from all different genres, all different lanes, and I am here to tell you I'm very excited. I even put on my Atmosphere hoodie from their tour, which they did in Canada in 2017 or 2018. But anyways, the more important news is Aesop Rock announces new album, shares video for new song. Let's check this out, man. The Gates is the lead single from Ace's first solo album in over 4 years. The last album, of course, was The Impossible Kid, came out in 2016, and it is this beautiful piece of work right here. Wonderful artwork and design by Alex Pardee. This was a 15-track masterpiece. I definitely suggest checking it out if you're a fan of just progressive and like abstract hip-hop, socially conscious, just really interesting, well-developed, incredibly lyrically dense and smart hip-hop. I suggest checking out Aesop Rock, The Impossible Kid, or if you're one of those people that have been turned off from rap and hip-hop for whatever reason, one thing I really love about The Impossible Kid and just albums from rappers in general is when they do an entire album and they produce every track and everything down to the artwork and the production design of the album is from their head. So this album is entirely written and produced. So all of the music is produced. It's his vision, and that's always an interesting thing. You have sort of like almost a Stranger Things style here, but it's an incredible piece of work. Go check it out. That is the vinyl. It's beautiful. Let's just put it here for the remainder of the video. We'll cover up my beautiful painting. Oh well. Let's get to this article for you Aesop Rock fans, and for all of you who are new, this is one of my favorite rappers of all time. He's so interesting. He really paints with his words. He's a true Picasso on the microphone. He just puts up his what do you call it? Easel, and he just starts painting. He has a terrific imagery, strange non sequiturs, interesting. It's almost like a puzzle when you're listening to his raps. So let's get into this article. Aesop Rock has announced his first solo LP in over 4 years. Spirit World Field Guide is out November 13th via Rhymesayers Entertainment, who is at the forefront of underground rap. Ahead of the new album, Ace has shared the Rob Shaw directed video for lead single The Gates. The visual features illustrations by Justin Coro Kaufman, as well as live action footage. Check out the clip below and scroll down for etc. etc. Here's a quote from Aesop. If you are among the countless individuals who find themselves feeling both dead and alive at the same time, the information contained within may serve as an invaluable asset to your journey. Aesop Rock said of the 21-track Spirit World Field Guide. Godspeed and good luck. According to a press release, the LP acts as a concept album illustrating a parallel world and its terrain, wildlife, and social customs. That sounds amazing. This alternate world is rife with hallucinatory images of killer eels, magic spells, and people on the run, peppered among anecdotes, recipes, survival tips, warnings, maps, drawings, and more. Aesop Rock's last solo album was 2016's The Impossible Kid. The following year, he released a score for the film Bushwick. In 2019, Aesop teamed up with producer Tobacco for the joint LP Malibu Ken, which I didn't really delve into that much, but I did listen to it at least once, and it was typical, incredible rapping by Aesop Rock. The production was a little left field, so a lot of people weren't exactly on board with it, but I found those incredible synth work by Tobacco to be very interesting, so I'd recommend that album as well. More recently, the rapper created the soundtrack of a new video game called Freedom Finger. So let's see what Rhymesayers has to say about this. New Aesop album, and that is an image of the new album artwork. I believe it's done by Alex Pardee once again, and Aesop seems to love having these deers and these different pieces of nature. Slugs, worms, butterflies, skulls, cats, skeletons, and he's an incredibly fascinating artist. So let's see what Rhymesayers Entertainment has to say about the album. Whether you're simply sightseeing Enjoying temporary flights of fancy or considering a more permanent relocation, Aesop Rock's all-new Spirit World Field Guide offers 21 insightful chapters of first-hand know-how into the terrain, wildlife, and social customs of our parallel universe. And a little aside, The Impossible Kid was sort of a concept album as well. It had a lot of themes about sort of retreating into this isolation, retreating into this zone in nature, off the grid, off the map, where you're just retreating from social media, you're retreating from the world, retreating from everything that's happening. And that album has that motif throughout it, and sort of these things of isolation and being an outcast a little bit. But we also got one of the most personal insight looks into Aesop Rock from this album right here, The Impossible Kid. He shared a lot about himself, about his thoughts. So it's just an incredible record, and I'm more than excited for this. It sounds like it's pushing the boundaries even more, going into that conceptual field. The narrator's vast expertise of multiple global entry points and various modes of interdimensional transport informs a rich tapestry of tips, tricks, and tools to unfailingly aid in your ultimate survival. If you are among the countless individuals who find themselves feeling both dead and alive at the same time, the information contained within may serve as an invaluable asset to your journey. The album release date is November 13th, and it's available for pre-order now at aesoprock.com. The album's parallel world comes into vivid, breathing focus via a music video for The Gates, directed by Rob Shaw, utilizing illustrations by Justin Kaufman, who also designs the album's vivid cover. I thought it was Alex Pardee. Watch what happens when the spirit world merges with the third dimension. So it sounds like something out of Stranger Things almost. And one thing about Aesop, he's always been pushing the boundaries and making you think and doing things different with hip-hop. He doesn't allow himself to be boxed in. He really is free with his art. I think Rhymesayers, if there's one thing that you can say about Rhymesayers, they have a impressive roster of MCs and an artistic freedom that you don't always see at a very mainstream major label. So Rhymesayers Entertainment has had a few speed bumps in the last year or so with a few of their artists, specifically Prof, who was dropped from the label for some indiscretions in the past, specifically via social media, and the people that he associated with. He was kind of guilty by association. He was dropped, and there's been a few other revelations. Dem Atlas as well. He was dropped for his, he had allegations against him. Dem Atlas is another artist who was on Rhymesayers, and he was a fairly decent artist. I didn't listen to him a lot, but he got the Knicks. Prof got the Knicks. We still have Ace Rock. So incredibly excited for it. I'm going to go react to the new music video because I just saw this morning. I'm going to check out the video, the music, and I didn't really delve into his Freedom Finger music. There was only a couple tracks, I think, a few instrumentals, and it was for a video game, so it was kind of not 100% Aesop. There were some outside forces driving the sound of the content. So this is incredibly exciting news. Can't wait, I should say. I look very forward to hearing the record. 21 tracks is incredible. It's gonna be crazy. 21 tracks. Let's see if I can still do Mystery Fish. Okay. Tech support. Feral army in the cave on a failed bit of terraforming. Four corners, a pair of a normal get shone for a thermos. A pair of a thermals in a warehouse. Airwares, Dairy Curdle, St. Vincent de Paul trying to square the circle the source of his power. Foresight born at the corner of Howard on sale. Cherry pick blue in a pail. It's a blue nose chew in his tail. Lewis in his coat. Smooge in a high and a head rush. Hack up bile over H1N1 and then some. One eye on the breadcrumbs. Other eye on the drain crumb. Other eye on the income. Good knife and a grin. Shoot dice with the lice and the ringworms. Peg leg. Smells like Median. Wake in the night. Make a pipe out of anything. Turn 5 into 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 5 into 5, 6. Blackout somewhere fancy shaped like the backseat of Aesop's Camry dude. Seat full of chips and sandwich meat from the crypt in the end. I listened to that record a lot. It was a source of admiration. So that's the news. Let me know what you think about it if you're a fan. I know a lot of you on my channel aren't necessarily familiar with Aesop, but he's a incredibly interesting hip-hop artist if you're interested in it. So let me know what you think. See you soon. Peace out, everybody.